Hello, my name's Nikolai Duffy. I'm a senior lecturer in the English department at Manchester Met. I'm going to read today a short poem in 3 parts called Against Metaphor. It's a poem that deals with issues relating to climate change, oppression in its various forms and guises, and the current state of British politics. And the poem was first published in Slovene last year and is about to come out in the UK next year as part of the anthology Poetry Rebellion that's been edited by Paul Evans. Against Metaphor. 1. Waterboard. Let me tell you how the rains come and how the world goes down over time and in water. How, when the ground sinks, webbed feet are an advantage and gills even more so. How, underwater, the body's first instinct is to hold its breath before oxygen levels run so low the body senses the imminence of death and despite itself breathes in water. How water enters the mouth, windpipe, and floods the lungs. How this keeps happening. How they torture people this way and call it waterboarding. How one thing always is connected to another. How torture links to refugees drowning at sea. 2. Refuge. How subtle the wind. When the first waves came, most people had no choice but to be already standing, cheek to jowl. Over 4 nights, 3 rowing boats sunk, 118 people. The bloat of bodies into blue and bruise and rotting. Money sealed in plastic and sewn into linings. Whole families killed by waves, debris, and then later, bureaucracy, bullet and blunt instrument. The aftermath, more perilous and prolonged. 3. Famine. This begins with an epigraph from Alex de Waal that says, "The biggest demographic outcome of famine has always been migration." Boris. This is what I see. Flash floods, earthquakes, fire, mass starvation, economic inequality, a constant surge of people across borders, those left behind, capsized boats, the rescued, the dead, a ban on the sale of dinghies to the Middle East, almost nothing of detention centres. Disaster as a consequence of the political, more so than the natural. Just as starvation as policy is an effective means to kill in large numbers, or force people to move on, or bring them into the open to be shot. Sustained starvation, however, is preferred policy, not least because of the complex difficulties of the conditions of starvation being evidenced in a court of law. Watch them wilt. Not everything is in balance, such as the scales tipped between obligation to provide relief aid and the apparent national necessity of blockade. Thank you very much.